Greetings, one and all. Tonight we have a very special show. We got a very special show here tonight. So make sure you tune in, tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell all your cousins that the Afro-Boricua Mystiq Ivy 333 will be on with us. The topic for today is learning to find your way through spiritual guidance and awareness. Oh yes. It's going to be a great show, family, so don't forget, of course, please subscribe and share. King Simon Presents Only Quality People. Remember, we're broadcasting also on Facebook at King Simon and King Simon Productions, and also my other YouTube channel, which is Numbers Are Simple. It's going to be hot tonight. Don't touch that dial. We got more coming for you. We got to just run these commercials and we'll be back after this. Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. Hey family, this is King Simon. Just want to remind everybody that December 4th event has been canceled. It has been canceled. Please go to my link tree. That's linktree/King Simon, the numero Veda, for any upcoming events. Thank you. It's the numerational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon, the numero Veda. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the numero Veda for mental stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now. Once again, family, we want you to share, like, and of course, please share so we can build the algorithms. Remember, sharing is caring. Remind you, tonight again, we got Afro-Boricua in the building. We got the Mystiq Ivy coming in the building right here. We're going to be talking about it, spiritual guidance through the tarot. That's right. Today is the last day of November the 30th. I want to say happy birthday to Cesar Sanchez and also Winston Churchill. Oh, boy, the great entrepreneur. And if you ever want to book a session with a Mystiq Ivy, book a session today and be guided. That's right. DM to book a session at Mystiq Ivy _333. That's Mystiq Ivy _333. Or you can also hit her up at email. That's mystiqivy333 at gmail.com. That's mystiqivy333 at gmail.com. Also, she has a PayPal.me/Mystiq Ivy333. And Cash App is $Mystiq Ivy333. That's right. And her YouTube channel, if you want to subscribe to her YouTube channel, subscribe to Mystiq Ivy's channel at www.youtube.com/@Mystiq Ivy _333. Also want to remind everybody that tomorrow I will be on with the Force MDs tomorrow. I will be on the Force MD show tomorrow at 9 a.m. in the morning. That's right, at 9 a.m. in the morning, I will be with the Force MDs. I don't have a flyer for that, but I'm still promoting it because I'll be on. We just confirmed. Big up to the Force MDs. You remember the Force. They used to sing all them great love songs back in the 80s, going into the 90s, so enough respect to them. And don't forget sometime tomorrow, December 1st, I'll be breaking down this numerational smart move of Will Smith when he went on Trevor Noah's show. Will Smith being born on September the 25th. Trevor Noah being born on February 20th. Woo! It's going to be a powerful breakdown. Special show. Make sure you subscribe to King Simon Presents on YouTube, or Numbers Are Simple on YouTube. Don't forget. Also on December the 4th, this beautiful sister, Denise Renee Muhammad, will be in the building. She's an aromatherapist, author, wellness coach, and credit consultant. The different scents can raise your vibration. That's right. Different scents, smells, or aromas can raise your vibration. And that's happening on Sunday, December the 4th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Time. So make sure y'all tune into that. Don't forget, make sure you get this new book that's out there called I Am by Joshua Selden. Go to his website, iampublishing.com, or hit him up at IG at younggod_235. And don't forget, his TikTok is I Am Publishing. That's I Am Publishing right there. Remember what he says: supercharge your imagination with affirmation that will open the eye in your mind to infinite possibilities by Joshua Selden. And don't forget, make sure you check out one of my teachers, the one, the only Lloyd Strayhorn. That's right, Lloyd Strayhorn. Make sure you go to his website and show him some love. That's www.lloyd-strayhorn.com. That's lloyd-strayhorn.com. Or you can give him a call at 800-581-4401. That's 1-800-581-4401. That's the brother Lloyd Strayhorn in the building. And also, brothers and sisters, do you want to learn how to meditate? Do you want to be a part of a free meditational circle? All you have to do is contact this beautiful sister. That's Dr. Alicia Kair. Hit her up. You can text them. Women should text this number, 518-768-7669. That's 518-768-7669. Men, you should text this number, 770-861-9906. That's 770-861-9906. The men's start on December the 3rd. Women is already in and popping, but you can still learn. Remember, the benefits of meditation is increasing creativity, increased divine connectivity, increased focus and concentration, reduce cortisol, weight gainers, and also slows aging, help process trauma, and it helps, period. So big up to the one, the only Alicia, Dr. Alicia Kair, and it's a free meditation circle. So make sure you hit up that number. And if you're in the Florida area, December the 2nd, big up to my brother Paul Campbell, movie star and artist himself. He's doing a big thing at the Island Space Caribbean Museum. Make sure you check that out. It's over there, 8000 West Broward Boulevard in Plantation, Florida. So make sure you go to an RSVP if you want to go to that event on December the 2nd at islandspaceflorida.org, and go talk and see Mr. Paul Campbell. And if you go there on Florida, people from Florida, please tell him that King Simon sent you. He's a good friend of mine for many years. Jamaican. You remember him in Shatters, the movie Shatters? He was Mad Max, of course. Big up to him. And he's the one that said in Dancehall Queen, walk and live, talk and bomba. That's my brother Paul Campbell, of course. So big up to him. Don't forget, on December the 10th in the Poconos. If you're going to be in the Poconos anytime up there in PA, make sure you go to holisticapalace.com. She's doing preparation or exploration live event, iridology, health, and all of that. And her and I is going to be on the Force MD show tomorrow at 9 o'clock. And make sure you go to the website. Support the website. Where's her website at? Let me make sure I put the website up there right now. Where is her website? There it is. holisticapalace.com. That's holisticapalace.com. Or the IG is Holistic Hope. Make sure you hit her up, check her out, keep it moving. You know the deal. If you want to go to Ethiopia or go to Egypt with this great man, Dr. Ashraf Kwesi, Baba Ashraf Kwesi, all you have to do is hit him up at 214-371-0206. That's 214-371-0206, and tell him King Simon sent you. Don't forget, on January the 7th, these two great brothers are going to be doing. Got my ticket already, so I'll be in the building. Billy Carson and Dr. B Serious will be in the building with Black Magic 363. Get your tickets now. Don't miss the high-level class that they're going to be presenting. Not from 12 to 8. And they just moved it from 11 to 8 p.m. It's going to be crazy. And don't forget, make sure you support Billy Carson at fourbittedknowledge.com. That's fourbittedknowledge.com. If you are in the New York area, January 13th for this big comedy show, make sure you hit him up at Linktree /JP Laugh, JP Justice Laugh. And you can screen or or you can actually just go through that QR code and get your tickets right now. They got early bird tickets. If you want to take my course, of course, I got the course coming soon. It's called Numerovation and Numerologics of Many Moods, or the Many Moods of Numerovation and Numerologics. So that's going to be big in 2023 as we enter this 7-year cycle. Oh, yeah. And don't forget, I got Professor Smalls coming in the building in Stone Mountain in 2023. That's going to be big also. If you want to write your book and bring your writing dreams to life, contact Susie Script at 914-361-9467. That's 914-361-9467. Or hit her up on the email that you see right here on the page. If you want to take my introductory class right there on udemy.com. That's udemy.com. Go to www.udemy.com and put in the word holistic numerovation, or just put in numerovation, and guess what? I will come up and you can take my course. Or if you want the full course meal, all you have to do is text the full name course to 347-496-1022. It's 8 hours, raw, uncut course, PowerPoint and chalkboard. I'm doing it, baby. And don't forget, if you want to buy my books, remember you can go through my link tree. That's /Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. Let me put that up real quick for you. If you don't know, now you know, people. That's right. Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. If you get all my books, remember, yesterday's numerology is not today's numerovation as we continue into the future. I ain't playing with y'all, family. I ain't playing with y'all. And remember, if you want to book a session with me right now, I do have a small waiting list into December going into January. But if you book now, you'll be on my list right here for December. 347-496-1022. All you have to do is text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. All right, y'all already seen the contact disclaimer. We already mentioned that. We already did the other one also. Yeah. Are you ready to bring your brother and sister? The sister's already backstage. So are y'all ready? Once again, family, the rules are, please like, subscribe, and share. Please like, subscribe, and share this broadcast. Do I have to say it again for the people in the back of the room? Here we go again. Let me say it again. Please come up, share, and like this broadcast to build the algorithms. Very, 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 very important. All right, let's get these claps on. The music is up. Music is up. The music is up. The music is up. Oh, baby. What up? Thank y'all very much for the applause. Thank y'all very much. Y'all did such a wonderful job. Thank you. I pay these people too to applaud me. I ain't playing with these. That's $1 each. They lucky. So I gotta keep on taking care of people. Oh man, how y'all feeling this beautiful evening, wherever you may be broadcasting from, wherever you might be watching this, whatever time you might watch this, you might watch a replay. Big up to all of you out there that's tuning in and locking in. Those night drivers, those nurses, those doctors, those people in England, Canada, Africa, all of you that tune in. I gotta shout all of you out because I have clients all over the world. So I'll give them a round of applause. Yeah, I gotta give them a round of applause, man. Give them a round of applause. Show them some respect. Let me put my symbol up there. There it is. There's one of them. Should I put that symbol up there? Or should I put that symbol up there? Now I'll put that symbol up there. All right. Now, it is now 8 o'clock, right time to bring on this beautiful sister that we're about to bring on. She calls herself the Afro-Boricua. She's a divine feminine reawakening, divine nurse healer, spiritual advisor, healing via tarot card consultation. You got to DM her for a consult. I'm telling you, family, as we welcome right here for the first time on my virtual platform, the one, the only, Mystiq Ivy 333 in the building. Hey, ¿qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? What's going on? Mira, ¿qué pasa? How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great. Happy to be here.
Good. Thank you very much for coming. You know, I'll honor, you know, sometimes I got to bring my little Spanish side to these places. You know, my family is Afro-Cubano Jamaican, so big up to that side of those side. Woo, they used to go back and forth between Cuba and Jamaica and they had a whole bunch of babies over there, and they all came over here and all kind of thing. You know, Jamaica and Cuba was popping it. And so they was getting it in. First and foremost, I want to thank you for coming on my show. I'm glad you was able to make it. How's the family? How's everybody?
Everybody's good. Thank God.
Good.
Yeah.
That's
Can't
right.
complain.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Let me say this, family. She's a spiritual advisor, healer through cards, crystals, and stone, divine mystic nurse. And if you want to hit her up on IG, go and salute her on IG at Mystiq Ivy 333, Mystiq Ivy underscore 333. Let's get that correct. And don't forget, you can, in order to book a session, make sure you DM her at Mystiq Ivy underscore 333, or you can email her at Mystiq Ivy 333 at Gmail, and you can spread love, spread love via PayPal.me/ Mystiq Ivy 333, or Cash App $
Mhm.
Mystiq Ivy 333. A lot going on, and this is her YouTube channel. Make sure y'all salute her YouTube channel. Matter of fact, I'm going to put it in the chat so y'all can see and subscribe to her YouTube channel right now. Matter of fact, everybody take the time out and go to her YouTube channel, and she be dropping the tarot and dropping the information. I know she just did something recently with tarot and a crystal and all that kind of stuff. So you want to be able to go ahead and check that out and get those things done. Let me put it in the chat right now. There it is. We just put it in the chat. So it's in the chat, family. So if you want to subscribe to our channel right now, it's in the chat. It's in the chat. It's in the chat. There it is. There it is. So first and foremost, my dear, once again, thank you very much for coming on, and I want to remind also people that tomorrow morning I will be on at 9 a.m. on this particular podcast with the Force MDs. Those who don't know who the Force MDs are, the guys who used to sing "Tears, Tears, Falling in Love
Wow.
Again." I'll be on their podcast. It's not the first time I've been on the podcast, but myself and Dr. Shakira Moore, she's going to be talking about iridology. I'll be talking about numerology and the big events that we got coming up. But we'll be on there 9 o'clock in the morning. We get on around 9:15, 9:20, all the way to 10 o'clock before I think it got Stetson Sonnets on after me, but there's a whole program. So I'm going to be on that show. And also on December 6th, family, want to remind everybody I will be with Vicky Dillard. I'll be on with Vicky Dillard. Oh, that's going to be big on Instagram, IG with Vicky Dillard at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Woo, Vicky is something else. She keeps us turned up and turned on. And today's topic, people, learning to find your way through spiritual guidance and awareness. And first thing I want to say is the sister and I met in a very interesting situation. And I want her to say what she was going through, what happened, when she met me, what was going through her mind at that point in time. Tell the audience how you and I met, sister, because I like how you say it, because you got it better.
Yeah.
Please.
So I actually had just come out of the hospital. My daughter was going through
Episode. Let's keep it
a mental health crisis.
right.
And it was really difficult for me. And, I was just going home after having left her at the hospital.
Mm.
And I go and I take the 2 train after, declining a ride from someone. I decided to take the train and go home.
Mm.
So I go home, I go on the train and I see you there. And I'm like, oh my God, is that King Simon? Is that really King Simon? Like, you gotta be kidding me.
And
So
I don't
is
live in New
this
York. No, baby, I don't live in New York anymore, mind you. So I was just there
right
for an event that weekend. So
in Brooklyn? Yeah,
in Brooklyn, that's right, with Lloyd Strayhorn and the crew. And yeah,
right.
what was going through your mind at that time?
I mean, it was like an instant because I had been like pretty distraught over, what just transpired with my daughter. And I was,
Mhm.
just kind of questioning myself and questioning, did I make the right decision? And, things like that. But then when I saw you, it was like, oh yeah, like this is a sign from the creator, from the universe, that you definitely have been on the right path. You did the right thing. And it just kind of changed my whole outlook, and it made me so happy,
Mm.
and the first thing that came to my mind was, it was because of you I stopped eating cheese, you know.
Really? What now? Tell that story. Was you watching me and and we were
So
talking about it?
yeah, I learned of you through Black Magic, Brother Rich's show.
Big up to Brother Rich, Black Magic
Yeah.
363, brother. Yes, yes, yes. Go ahead. Talk about
Yeah,
it.
so I'm watching that show. It was you, Black Magic, and Blue Pillar,
Oh yes,
and
yes.
you were talking about numbers, numerology, and it was a certain point about changing the dates
Health,
on the
the health.
calendars.
Right, right.
And you were telling Brother Rich, he's a number 17,
Like yourself, right?
like me. And
Yeah.
so he had to stay away from that cheese because he was eating the bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yeah. See him go.
So, it just made me do a little more research as to why I needed to not eat cheese.
Right,
And
right.
then when I started to dig deep, I learned that the waste that we produce as human beings when we
Mm-hmm.
consume cheese is just immense. Like it doesn't balance out. The numbers don't weigh out. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's
Mm-hmm.
always got to be a balance. And so what is it, the carbon footprint
Right.
that it leaves is just,
Inside your system, and people don't
and in
realize
the
that
environment
in the
too.
environment. You mean when you especially when you're putting it out there and what goes through your system and what you're leaving in the
Exactly.
in the world. And people born on the 17th family, but what it's in my book too. Numbers are simple. Children's health is important. Why 17s or 8s have to take care of their intestinal tract, because things that you put in your system can lodge on and lock in and shrink the intestinal tract. Like my life path is a number 17, so I had to also take care of my diet, and I'm glad I got into my diet things from the age of 14. So I understand why I needed, as I got older and understood what I was doing. I said, okay, this is what it is. So and that's important, family. So people, if you want to go to my link tree, that's my link tree /King Simon the New Motivator. And now your family is from Puerto Rico, correct?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Now, how long have they been here in New York, or the major part of America? How long have
So
they
I
been?
would say two generations.
Oh, two generations. Big up to your family. Okay, okay. Now you have a hint. Now the topic today is learning to find your way through spiritual guidance. And now you have an interesting journey with your family and your parents. Can you touch on that a little? Do you want to touch, or what you want to do? You
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
touch on?
I'm happy to.
Yeah, let's,
I'm
because
happy
I
to.
want people to know the story and why, and especially your spiritual changes throughout it. Because I know in Puerto Rico, a certain Spanish, like Dominicano or Dominican Republic, Cuba, and Puerto Rico, Santeria is one of those systems practiced.
Yeah.
That's practiced, and other systems, especially Christianity. Of course, they did conquer with Christianity or Catholicism. But what led you on that journey into what you're doing today, being the Mystiq Ivy 333 that you are? And what was some of the what was your journey like throughout your life to bring you where you are now? Because the story is really significant. Like everybody has a story. What
Yeah.
was your story, so people can know that you're a real person and you've been through your stuff? Talk to them, please.
Yeah. So, I mean, I grew up in the Bronx. My parents were actually drug abusers,
Mm-hmm.
and so it was really rough for me to watch that growing up.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like I was surrounded by it, but I did have my uncle Albert, who is like my angel. He
Mm.
was always protecting me and taking care of me, and
Yes.
he used to take me to a Pentecostal church,
Okay.
and that was where, I guess my spiritual journey began, because I really enjoyed going to church. I enjoyed the music. I enjoyed how it felt.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody would just seem so happy, the community, the support. But growing up at the same time, it's like, you have it's like they instill this guilt inside of you,
Mm-hmm.
and so you start to feel like even the thought that you have in your head is wrong, like you're committing a
Mm-hmm.
sin. And
Mm-hmm.
so you constantly, like me personally, I felt like I constantly had to be asking for forgiveness. Like if I thought a curse word, it was like, oh fuck, oh God, please forgive me. and then
Right.
and then it was a vicious cycle, like it just kept happening.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really started to feel like again, like becoming a teenager
Mm-hmm.
was where I started to my sexuality was in question,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt that I wouldn't be have been accepted in the church.
Right,
And
right, right,
that's when I
right.
kind of started to stray away. And I was always attracted to psychics and tarot cards.
Mm-hmm.
So I would get readings and stuff like that. But I really started to dig in as an adult. I
Yeah.
would say about 5 years ago.
Hmm. Hmm.
I started to play with the tarot cards, and I realized that, wow, like I can really, like, this really is a gift. The divine is coming through me, and I would get confirmations, and I really enjoyed it. I
No,
really
no, no, no. Let me ask you a question. Did you experience any of the spiritual gifts from when you was a child also? Did you ever recognize any of that when you
I
was a
mean,
child?
I used to have
Hmm.
intense dreams where I would see like a lot of ghosts and spirits.
Mm.
So I felt, honestly, I was a very scared little girl. I
Hmm.
always wanted to have the lights on.
Hmm.
I was afraid of what would come out of the dark.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I understand. I understand. I mean, we go through it. We go through it, especially as children, and all the things that it entails, especially when family is going through, like you were saying about drug abuse and all that. And mentally, how did that? And big up to your Uncle Albert. Give him a round of applause
Yes.
for being Uncle Albert. Uncle Albert. Big up to you if he's still alive, right? Is he still alive? He's still
He's
alive.
here. He's here.
Oh, oh, yeah, okay. He's still alive. Big up to Uncle Albert.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's because sometimes you need those teachers and those guys. Because I had my cousins actually were on my mother's side and my father's side. My cousins were the ones that I was able to talk to if I couldn't talk to my mother, or definitely not my father because he was in and out. But it's so important to have those guys, even in the family,
Right.
and you know, and how important it was. And but how did the drug life, like your father? How was what? Now tell people about your father. Your father's still alive, or did he transition?
No, my father transitioned at
Mhm.
the age of 33.
Wow, master number. Wow,
Yeah,
deep.
when I was 13 going on 14.
Mm,
And so the reason he transitioned so young was because he was heavily addicted to
right,
drugs
right.
and had been sharing needles. And
Mm,
so he contracted HIV, which then led to full-blown
right,
AIDS.
right, right.
And so that's what kind of took him out at the end.
But you
But
said, I understand he was a quite a jovial person. I know when we talked
oh,
on the phone,
he
he's
was a
very
beautiful
happy,
man. Yeah,
very beautiful energy. Go ahead, talk about it.
he had a very big laugh. Everyone
Right.
loved him. I would say towards the end, he really did try his best to live a clean life and be there for me as a dad.
Mm-hmm.
So I give him so much props for that. And at his funeral, at
Yeah.
his wake, there was so many people in there.
Wow.
Like
Wow.
people, there wasn't even place for people to sit. Like
Mm-hmm.
people were standing. People came from all over, and everyone just kept saying he had such a good heart. He had such a
Wow.
good heart.
Wow.
And just me seeing that as a kid, it was just like, oh my God. Like I just couldn't believe it. Like I couldn't believe he had so many people. He knew so many people, and they would all show up for him like that. So it was
Wow.
actually a really beautiful thing.
Wow. Well, yeah, to a spirit and a soul, enough respect to you, sir. What's his name? What was his name? Please say his name.
Raphael, aka Chino.
Raphael, the angel, Raphael. Wow, that's a powerful name. And then he dies under the angelic number of 333. That's interesting. Oh man, I pay attention to
Yeah,
cycles like that. And people got to realize when people transition at those cycles or those particular numbers, you got to pay attention and certain things that you need to do even in your life. Why you even got that 333 on the back
yeah,
of your thing. That's very interesting. And it
yeah.
adds up to a nine, and you're a Scorpion, and nine is connected to Scorpio. So it's a lot of patterns that I look at.
Yes, absolutely.
So
Yeah,
congratulations, and whatever your pops, of course, he's around you somewhere trying to
he's
give you
here.
yeah, he's there giving you guidance. Listen,
Thank
enough
you.
respect to him.
Thank you.
You can come and talk to me later,
Thank
sir, in the
you.
dreams if you want to talk to me. I can say something for you. You might do that
Yeah.
too. It's crazy. That's how people are. But you know, again, family, the topic is learning to find your way through spiritual guidance and awareness, because everything that we all go through it has a spiritual component and a physical component.
That's right.
Even what you just shared with about your father. And how's your mother doing? Let's talk about her. How she's doing. What's going on with her?
Well, my mom is, she's still holding on strong. I
Right.
mean, she has some issues with,
Right.
medications that she
Right.
still takes, but
Right.
overall I give her props for like getting clean from the heavy hardcore drugs.
Yeah. Right. Right.
And
Right.
so, I mean, she is a little sick, so I am like her caregiver. I'm I've got to be there for her,
Of course.
you know. But my mom is always, you know what, throughout my life, I actually had to be raised by my aunts for 5 years, from 5 to 10, because
Mm-hmm.
of, the drug issue.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember my mom was always so loving.
Okay.
She was always so affectionate with me. And
Mm.
no matter what, like, she was just like, I love you, Lulu. And that's everything. Sometimes that's really what all that kids need,
That's
to
right.
know that they're loved,
Right.
especially by their mother,
Right, right,
you
right.
know.
People that are just tuning in, we're speaking to Mystiq Ivy 333. Of course, you can DM her for any consultations if you want to deal with that at Mystiq Ivy _ 333. Email Mystiq Ivy 333, and of course, spread love via the Cash App and PayPal that you see on here. I've always wanted to ask the children of people that go through those type of quote unquote tragic lessons and traumatic lessons from their parents, of course, seeing those things like drug abuse and all that kind of stuff. What would they say to the person that introduced them to the drugs? What would you say to that person that introduced your parents to the drugs, to the point that you don't have your father today, and your mom going down the road that she's still recovering and becoming better? What would you say to that person that introduced them? I mean, I'm just, this is my spirit just told me to ask you that, 'cause I've always wanted to ask that question to somebody, you
You
know?
know something? I mean, being here now,
Yes.
I would say, thank you.
Mm,
Thank you, because although, like, it was a really rough road, and I could have
mm,
gone in two directions, right? One or the other.
mm-hmm,
And like they say, what doesn't kill you make you stronger. And so
mm,
I'm here today, strong as hell, because of that. you
mm.
know I
Wow.
mean, I would want to say, think about, if you want to see your daughter, if you want to see your daughter addicted to drugs, or if you want to see your daughter with a man that's addicted to drugs, like, is that the kind of life you would want for your child?
Mm-hmm.
Just think about that, and then, that I feel will kind of guide and make a change as far as, like, decisions being made.
Mm. And that's good, because what you just said, you said thank you. So obviously you have a sense of forgiveness.
Yeah,
A sense of that's yeah, I mean, because I mean, from a male perspective, I probably try to take him out before it happened. If I could go back in time, because my father went down that road. My mother never did, but my
right,
father went down the road. But now my father's a Christian pastor, a Christian minister. His wife for over 30 years. I could respect that, because his wife, what my mother couldn't do, his last third and last and final wife helped him to do. And I can still talk to him every day if I want to call him, or every other. I usually call my parents like once a week
right.
or every other, just to keep in contact, make sure everything is going well. And I wish I knew who that person was, but probably now that I'm in my healing cycle, I would probably be I'm forgiving,
Yeah,
because if he didn't go through that, we wouldn't have the blessings of who he is today. And that's
exactly.
that's very important. And knowing that your father's name was Raphael, there's something
Yeah.
that you need to do with that name in whatever you develop. My spirit is telling
Yes.
me something. You got to do something in that name.
Yes.
I mean, something you got to produce. Something you got to produce, because that's a powerful name in numbers, and it does represent one of the angels of the scriptures, from the Raphael, the Michael, the
That's
Jibrael,
right.
and all the great ones, the trumpet
That's
hole
right.
blowers, and all that. And and it's good to look up those angels in certain books of who the Raphael angel, and actually implement it to whatever you're doing. It's good to use that for yourself, because if you
Yeah.
call his name more and more, and this is my
Yeah.
spirit just download, if you call more and more, he will come around and just show you the way, because he did leave on the master number 33, which is powerful.
Right.
So
Right.
that's the Christ energy,
That's
according
right.
to certain systems.
That's
So
right.
that, and when was his birthday? You remember?
January 20th.
And that's wow, he's born the same day as, of course, what's the name that won the Oscars recently while Will Smith was smacking Chris. Uh, what's the name? Questlove. Him and Questlove is born the same day from
Wow.
the Roots, and Jeffrey Epstein, the one that got taken out, but the billionaire. But
Really?
yeah, he's born the same day also.
Wow.
Very interesting. But those are that interesting frequency being born under that number 20, which is the number of 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 um of awareness, discernment, but it's also the number of great awakening, some great purpose he's supposed to do spiritually, which is more spiritual. So maybe his spiritual journey is supposed to work through you and your family, because you
Right.
have family and have children. So his spiritual connection y'all need, because that 1 and that 20 still adds up to 21, which is a 3, and he died under the 333. You're
Yes.
saying, you
Yes.
got 333 and he
Yes.
died under that. He his alignment is so I see it all. I see all the patterns. My
That's
mind just
right.
see
That's
numbers.
right.
Raphael, big up to you, sir.
Raphael. That's
Raphael, big up
right.
to you, my friend. Big up to you, my friend. And now, when did you get into the tarot, and what drew you towards the tarot and doing it? And you're a nurse too, right? You are a
I
nurse,
am a nurse.
right? Right.
Yes.
So you into the whole thing.
Yes. Yes.
So what drew you towards the tarot? Because you don't see you don't not too many nurses would even tell people that they do that, because of their job and all that kind of stuff. But you seem to want to really help people. What drew you towards the tarot to use the tarot?
You know what? Back in 2017, I was with my partner, and I had my uncle. One of my uncles was actually he was on life support,
Mm,
and that it was really difficult for me. And so my partner at the time actually introduced me to the tarot, because
mm,
she had been drawn to magic and Wicca like her whole life.
right.
And so she got me my first deck.
Okay.
And once I started to engage with it, I started to realize, how much power I actually have.
Mm,
I used to doubt, like, can, they say anybody can do tarot. It's like, I don't know, can I, like, and I would use them and get confirmation of
mm,
questions. And it was just, and then the next thing was, my beautiful cousin, who was more like a brother to me. He was heavily into reading
mm,
tarot cards, and
mm,
he helped to make me feel confident when
mm,
I'm reading. He says, doesn't matter. Don't worry about what people may think.
mm,
Just have confidence and have faith, and know that whatever you say is right. Whatever
mm,
that whatever comes out of your mouth is right. And so, yeah, that's what helped to make me feel more comfortable, and
mm,
actually, start to do tarot consults with people,
mm, mm.
with other people.
So
And
would you say that you're moving with spirit, and what are some of the spiritual um how do you prep someone to accept what you're doing? Especially, like I said, a lot of people from either Puerto Rico or Cuba or Dominican Republic comes from such a religious background, but a lot of people, they don't know that they're sometimes mixing their religious background with some of their spiritual
right,
background. So
right.
how do you allow people in your community and family around you to accept that type of practice? Because you do have still Christian family members, right? Or people that
Right,
practice.
right. So I'm really blessed, honestly, that I
Hmm.
have a very, very loving family. They're very loving and they're very supportive. There's
Right.
not many of them left, but the ones that are left, they
Mm-hmm.
are everything. And they accept me for who I am. And
Mm-hmm.
they tell me, my uncle especially, he's like, because he's actually Christian,
Right.
so he'll say, I support you in whatever it is that you do. If this is what helps you to find your peace, what helps you to bring you happiness, then I'm going to support you. He goes, I may not get a reading from you, because,
Mm-hmm.
then it would kind of be disrespectful to him, but
Mm-hmm.
he will still support me and what I do, because he believes that everyone's entitled to believe as they choose to believe,
Right.
as long as you're living in the right path, as long as you're not hurting anyone, and you're aware of what you're doing, you're
Hmm.
conscious, then it's all good. It's all good.
It's all good. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. No, that's good to know that you still have supportive family. And family, please thumb up, share, like this broadcast to build this algorithm. Remember, sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. Very much so. So, because tarot goes back a long time. It actually, according to what I've been studying, is that tarot does come from Egypt or Kemet, but it really got formulated along the way outside of Kemet. But it was definitely come back. The starting place is definitely Kemet, the origin, but it goes. So when you decided to get into tarot, what was some of the telling sources that let you know that this is what you wanted to do, and this can be very helpful to other people on a spiritual and a from a spiritual and physical perspective? What made you really say, you know what, I'm going to continue to do this and move on with it? You know.
Well, I actually had done a live show with my cousin at one point,
Mm-hmm.
and I just realized how people were so open to and receptive to the realness, because be doing tarot is like you're really all up in people's business, and it's
Yes,
like you don't.
that's the truth.
And if we're gonna say, like, if we're gonna address the nursing,
Hmm.
it all goes hand in hand. As nurses, like, we're taught to be holistic healers. We have to look at everything,
Hmm.
not just the high blood pressure.
Right.
It's who are you living with, what do you do every day, what do you eat,
Hmm.
all of these things come into play. And so with the tarot, I feel like it does it, it brings things to light in a fun way,
Hmm.
like, I will do a session, and sometimes, a lot of times people are not aware of what they're doing that causes, certain things to happen in their life.
Right.
And so we're all creators of our reality. And
Hmm.
so when I do this tarot, it's like I'm showing you where what you're doing, what you're doing, activities you're engaging in, what you're allowing into your life that is contributing to whatever question you are seeking the answer to. And it's
Mm.
like, I kind of realize that I can help people help themselves, help you heal yourself,
Right.
as i
Right.
as i heal myself.
And dealing with the cards, but you also deal with crystals and stones, and you deal
Right.
with and how does that work? Because I seen you did something on your live recently about card and the crystals, and you pulled out. How does that work, and how do you download or receive messages from the crystal that you're also sharing when you're putting it out there with the cards and the tarot? When you're doing the cards also?
Yes. I
Yeah.
mean, all crystals have a unique vibration and energy.
Right.
And so when I do those types of sessions, I will hold on to the crystal and
Hmm.
do like a little meditation, and I do channel messages through. I always make sure I cleanse and charge the crystals.
Right.
I'll use sage to cleanse the space.
Hmm.
My living space is a little strange, so I do my best to like charge them in the sun when I can,
Hmm.
and as well as the moon. When the full moon is out, I'll leave my crystals in a bowl, and if I can't do that, again, I'll do the sage, and yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So mhm.
So and how important is cleansing yourself as well as when you're interacting with, of course, the cards or the tarot or anything else? How important is that? Because I
Oh,
know
it's so
cleansing is very
so
important.
very very important. I
Speak on
mean,
it.
before I do any kind of interaction with the tarot or with like spiritual advisory, actually, whenever, and it's also whenever I feel like in my daily life, I
Hmm.
will cleanse, cleanse my space. I'll cleanse my home
Hmm.
with sage. I have little sprays that I've made with agua florida, Florida water,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll use that, and then I'll also use my word to cleanse the space,
Right.
because if I don't, then it'll allow lower vibrational frequencies to enter and kind of interfere with the process. And it can also interfere with the message that I'm trying to deliver. I want to deliver the purest message with love and light. And so in order to do that, I must make sure that I cleanse everything before I
Okay.
do.
Now, family that is just tuning in for consultations to contact Mystiq Ivy via DM at Mystiq Ivy _333. And of course, at her email, you can also contact her via Mystiq Ivy 333 at gmail.com. And don't forget, spread love via PayPal, paypal.me / Mystiq Ivy 333. And of course, at Cash App. Now, we're going to be right back after this quick message. I got to drop this quick message, and
Okay.
we'll be back. Don't touch that dial, family. I got to do a quick drop right here. And, got to keep the thing popping. That's what I do. That's how we do. We're going to keep it moving, and we'll be back right after this. Hey, this is King Simon, the International Numero Beta. Remember, get all my books on Amazon or go to Linktree / King Simon, the Numero Beta. And remember, don't forget to book my sessions at 347-496-1022. Book now. That's right. We're back. Don't forget, family. If you want to book a session with the beautiful sister, of course, the Afro-Boricua herself, book a session today and be guided. DM her at DM to book a session at Mystiq Ivy _333. There are many ways to your best self. And also, don't forget tomorrow, I'll be doing this breakdown of Will Smith and Trevor Noah and the numbers connected to them and Chris Rock, because all of them, every mathematics going on in this world is significant. I haven't decided what time yet. I'm going to go with my spirit, but it's going to happen on December the 1st. Richard Pryor's birthday is tomorrow. Janelle Monáe's birthday is tomorrow. Subscribe to the channel, be notified. And don't forget, this coming Sunday, we have this beautiful sister coming on, Denise Renee Muhammad. She'll be in the building, aromatherapist, author, wellness coach, and credit consultant. Good friend of mine, good sister. She's out there in Texas, so big up to her. Different scents can raise your vibration. Yes, different scents can raise your vibration, and different scents can lower your vibration. So y'all gotta get that. Y'all gotta get that right now, family. All right, so y'all ready? We all back. I'm gonna bring my sister back up. I'm gonna bring the Afro-Boricua herself, Mystiq Ivy. Welcome back, my friend. Let me turn you back on. I got your mic on. Right. How you doing? How you feeling? You all right?
I'm great. Yeah.
We full of energy up here. We full of
we got a lot of energy.
We in this building. Somebody just said, okay, Mystiq at 333. Good to feel her energy, and it feels very peaceful.
Thank you.
People are saying you feel. Ryan Miles, big up to you, sir. Thank you very much for tuning in, and big up to everybody that's been tuning in. Oracle, big up to all of y'all that's been tuning in. Please share, like, and because we building the algorithms, we want to make sure that people like her, new people, because I remember this is King Simon Presents only quality people. So it is what it is when I talk and do my thing. We're about bringing this quality stuff. And again, she's a spiritual advisor and healer through cards, crystals, and stones. And don't forget, she's a divine mystic nurse. Now, let's let's deal with the nurse and the divine mystic, because a lot of people don't realize that the original doctors and nurses was the medicine man and woman
That's
from
right.
those times, dealing with herbs even before Hippocrates. And a lot of people don't even know that it was Hippocrates that did not use any kind of pharmaceutical. He used the herbs only. And I remember that doctors take Hippocratic oaths and
Yeah.
to not harm or hurt people. And but I don't know what's happening here, that these people are promoting more of the medical world's allopathic medicine, and negating the herbal medicine like you're supposed to. Now, have you had any dealing with herbs as far as being a divine mystic nurse? Have you had any connection with herbs, and have you used any herbs to help other
Oh
people?
yes. I mean, I've used herbs in a variety of ways. I mean,
Okay.
I use them in teas.
Mm-hmm.
I myself, like, I suffered some medical conditions with I was told I have arthritis, and I was so young to get that diagnosis,
Right, right, right,
and
right.
it felt like it was almost like a no way out. Like, it's one of those things that there's really no cure. That's what they would say.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And so it was at that point that I received that diagnosis that I said, hold up a second. Like, I know that I can change this, that I have the power to change this. And so I just started to research, and I started to actually slowly but surely cleanse myself of all the medications that I was taking. And then I realized that, stress and diet and
right.
medications will contribute to the calcifications that will form arthritis in the bones. And so I said, I can heal myself,
Mm-hmm.
and I just started to be on that journey and believe in myself. And I started to do yoga.
Mm.
I started to drink way more water, and again, using, like, I looked up anti-inflammatory diet, so I
Mm-hmm.
started to eat more berries, more cucumbers, eliminating, like, nightshade vegetables like tomatoes. And yeah, I mean, I really realized that diet is everything. And the healthcare system is a business, and I I am looking to go the holistic route.
Mm.
I much rather have people know that they can heal themselves. Like, the herbs take longer to work.
Of course.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
it took me, I would say, at least, I mean, which is pretty quick, but it was at least 6 months, 6 to 9 months before, like, I could like do this with my neck.
Mm-hmm.
Before I couldn't even do that, and
Mm.
they weren't offering me a way. It was like, oh, well, you could take this medication, or you could go to pain management and get a nerve block. And I'm
Mm.
like, hell no, I don't want no nerve block.
Wow.
Like, I need my nerves to flow properly, you
Exactly.
know?
They're crazy. They are
Yeah.
crazy. They are crazy. My gosh. And that's why, working with people like Queen of Four, Dr. Laila Africa, the late great Dr. Laila Africa, Dr. Sebi, I'm out of Honduras, and working for them. Happy birthday to his son, Cesar. Today is his son birthday, and I gotta definitely hit him up. I forgot to call him. I did shout him out this morning, but forgot to call him. So, and working with those people, they have given us hope to
Yeah.
go back to what the creator has given us in nature to help us be better, because according to some studies, most of these allopathic medicines are made from the herbs, or
Right.
after they've
Right.
studied it, and then they
Right.
apply their chemicals and all that to whatever they're going to do with it. So, and I find that very interesting, and I think people need to learn to use food and herbs as their medicine again. And yes, it does take a long time. And let me make a disclaimer, family. I
Yeah.
always got to do it, and I always put a disclaimer on my show. I'm not a medical doctor. She isn't.
Neither am I.
She's not a regular. She's a registered
I'm not
nurse,
a
but
medical doctor.
she's not a medical doctor. But you got to do your own research when it comes to your own health. And I want to thank even Dr. Africa. One time, my mother had like a tumor going towards her brain, and he told her, just put turmeric in your food, eat turmeric, and
Wow.
that's the one that thins out
Wow.
the blood so it can flow better, and it was gone. She's
Right.
still here with me, with us today at 83. So big
That's
up to my mom,
beautiful.
and that's what it is. So
Yeah.
but you for emergency situations, you're not just gonna put turmeric on something.
Right,
I'm just
right.
saying.
Like, yeah, if you need a
Because
quick fix,
yeah, you don't. Yeah, yeah, you're not gonna do all that,
yeah,
because these herbs take their time, and
that's
whatever they're
right.
putting into the herbs to make it what we call medicine today is supposedly something to help speed the process. Because a painkiller is a painkiller, although they got herbs for pain.
Right,
I've seen
right.
that. I've had herbs for pain. I have herbs for cuts, and like turmeric
That's
is good for
right.
cuts, and cayenne pepper is good for cuts. But when you got shot, you ain't gonna put turmeric and cayenne pepper on it. It's like, wait a minute, let me put on this turmeric and this cayenne blood clot pepper and see what I go on with it. See if it can stop the
No,
blood from flowing. No, it doesn't do that.
no, it doesn't work that
You
way.
gotta,
No.
that's when you gotta pull the bullet out and sew it
Yeah,
up and do what you
that's
got
right.
to do. So
That's
we just
right.
want that disclaimer had to be out there.
Yeah,
So,
thank you. Yeah.
and how long have you been a nurse in this field?
I've been a nurse for a registered nurse for 19 years.
19. You get a round of
Yeah.
applause with that. I grew up with nurses and midwives. So my grandmother, my father's mother, who was born in Cuba, she was a nurse and a midwife, brought her nursing and midwifery here to America. And my auntie was still a nurse and a midwife. Both of them went to school together in Jamaica,
Wow.
and then they opened up a midwifery. My grandfather was a contractor, so he built the midwifery in the backyard of the house. And boom,
Wow.
oh yeah, yeah. I love they all
That's
ancestors
beautiful.
now. So big up to them, big up to them. They all the ancestors
Yeah.
now. So I grew up with the nurses. I grew up with the doctors and people coming around doing nursing thing. I actually have a stethoscope in the cart of my Amazon because I'm going to order one and put it on my grandmother's altar that I have,
Oh,
because I know she always used to check my heart and my pulse when I
oh,
was a baby and a little, and
yeah.
just to let me see. And I always, every
Yeah.
time I look at one, I think about her. I think
Mm-hmm.
about them. Yeah, come here, let me check your heart and see what I go on with. Come here, boy. Come here. Because I was just out to order. I just couldn't keep me. I couldn't stay still at all as a child. So it was crazy. No, she didn't smack me. I'll just say,
Yeah.
but but a nursing job is such. Nurses do more work than the doctors sometimes. More because y'all do a lot of the prepping. Y'all
That's
prepping
right.
especially in the hospitals. Y'all prepping people, but the nursing that you do, it's an interesting nurse. I like it because that takes me back into time of what my grandmother and my aunt used to do. They used to go and visit people, visiting nurses
Yeah.
in Jamaica
Yeah.
and visiting all over. If such and such was pregnant, they go to their house and they feel up and massage the belly
Yes.
and try to. That's what you do, also, the visiting nurse too, right?
Right, right. So I mean, I've got so much experience in the 19 years. I've worked in so many different
Mm,
environments,
wow, wow.
in the hospital, in ambulatory surgery,
Mm,
and then but the majority, and also in
right,
schools.
right,
I was
right.
a school nurse at one point. But
Mm,
the majority of my experience is in ambulatory health.
mm,
And so in my most recent role that I'm in right now,
mhm,
I am actually a director of nursing and patient services at a
mm.
home care agency.
Okay.
And so I do go to people's houses to do assessments.
Wow.
And yeah, it's a totally different animal.
I
This
think it's a lost art, to tell you the truth. People used
Yeah,
to, everybody want to be rushed to a hospital, but it's not the door to door thing where it becomes more intimate and more,
right.
even when somebody either transitions of, like, you even feel that that person went through that, what I'm saying? You went through it with them, you know what I'm saying?
That's
And
right.
when those things go after 19 years, I know you've probably gone through that and seen those type of things. And I remember saying to you, you need to be a transitional doula. You remember
Yeah.
I said that?
Yeah.
Your numbers
I'm seriously considering that now, you know.
helping people, making
Yeah,
them feel comfortable on the way out, you
that's
know,
right.
and I always tell people that are doulas, learn both sides, because if you're ushering them in, why don't you help them usher them out?
That's right.
because there's a duality in all this, and understand that life is just transformation. After you pass on, death is really a transformation from one life to another. And if you can make a person or older person or a person suffering from any ailment feel comfortable, then by all means do that, because a lot of them need comfort on the way
That's
out.
right. And
And
that's actually the reason why I decided to become a nurse. I
mm,
had, the two life experiences where I had given birth to my son,
right.
and he was admitted to the NICU for jaundice.
Mm,
And that was, oh my God, it's like, imagine you just have a baby and now you can't take him home,
right.
But the nurses, they were just angels. They really made me feel like he was in good hands and that he was going to be cared for.
Mm,
And that had such a tremendous impact on my soul,
mm,
and the other the other thing that propelled me to be a nurse was, the experience with my dad
yes.
when he was in the hospital and he was on his way out and I went to see him. It's
Mm,
like I just realized, the important role that we as nurses play in
mhm.
in people's lives, especially in the beginning and in the end.
Of
You know?
course, of course,
Yeah.
and like I said, I was raised watching the emergency runs at 3 o'clock in the morning. The
Yeah,
emergency runs anytime they're on call.
that's
When I'm
right.
in Jamaica to in New York, my grandmother used to work in New York, Cumberland Hospital. She worked at Jewish Hospital on Prospect, the original Jewish hospital. She worked at St.
Wow.
Mary's Hospital, and she had those calls at night, and to the point one time she fell on ice and broke her hips and
Oh,
broke her hip, and that's what led her to retire. But
yeah.
she just loved doing the service thing, just being born under the master number 22. Big up to her, So I
Yeah.
understood, and I used to watch, and when she fell and found out I was still a young boy, and like, yo, she fell, and she had to be hemmed up inside, and they had to bring in this new type of bed for her and all kind of like, wow.
Oh,
So my cousin and I, we used to just make it there, be there, making her laugh and all that. That's we going through our stuff, and it's just good to be in the midst. And would you suggest more young men and women get into the field of nursing? And what would you say about applying their spiritual gifts to this nursing thing?
yeah, I would definitely encourage people to, men and women, to become nurses because
Mhm.
we need more nurses. We need more healers. We're very compassionate people. And I would just say to not so the thing with nurses is that we tend to give too
Mm,
much.
mm,
It's like everything becomes about the people that we're caring for, and then it's like we almost forget to care for ourselves.
mm,
And so that can be extremely draining. So with regards to spirit, you just want to make sure that you're doing something that you really love and you believe in. You
mhm,
want to make sure you believe in it, and you want to make sure that you take care of yourself first, because if you don't take care of yourself first, then you're not going to be able to give the best care to the people that you want to help. But
mm.
we definitely could use all the nurses we can get.
Yeah, because I know they seem like there's a shortage going on out
Yeah,
there.
there's been a shortage my whole life of. I mean, since I started my nursing career, they were telling us about a shortage.
Shortage of nursing, and
Yeah.
I'm wondering why a lot of these young people are not going down that road, because that's a job that can be taken anywhere in the world. Even if you went to
Right.
Red Cross and worked for them, you could do all that kind of stuff. So I'm wondering why a lot of younger people, daughters and sons, are not taking on the nursing. If they don't want to be a doctor, you could
Maybe
either
they don't
be.
want to give too much.
And there's various types of nursing also, from
Yeah.
LPN or RN. What are some of the different types of
Well,
nursing from your
the
perspective?
beauty of nursing is
Mhm,
that you can really take it anywhere. Like, there are so many different routes you can go. Like I just said, I worked in a hospital, I
mhm,
worked in an ambulatory center. Like, there are nurses that are therapists. There are nurses that do Reiki. There are nurses that do massage. Um, then you've got, nurses, like you've got midwives, and so, like, and you also have educators. Like, it's like you can really do anything as a nurse.
Hmm.
And then you have so many doors open for you. It's like you can pick what your lane is and have nursing as like the background to it, and then take it from there. And there are also opportunities like all over the world, you know, like everybody needs, all these facilities need nurses, you know. There, it's like right now I can become a travel nurse and travel across the country and have all expenses paid,
Mm.
you
Wow.
know.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never thought about that. That's right. I mean, I know traveling nurses as far as the home nurse and all that, but traveling all over the world, that's very good. And also you could teach. You could
Yeah,
teach.
you can
You
teach.
know, teach. And that's why the spiritual aspect is very important, because you're dealing with a lot of energy in these hospitals, these places. There's a lot of
That's
energy
right.
going on that you're picking up, and cleansing yourself before and after is very important.
So
Family,
important.
very important. And
So
you know,
important.
and I get it, you know. And I
Mhm.
remember, in Jamaica, visiting with my aunt, and we used to stay at her house because she had a big house in Spanish Town, De La Vega. Those who know who's Spanish Town, the original name is De La Vega when the Spaniards had controlled it at that time. And she used to always, she had to go to a scrubbing bathtub, and she going to scrub, and she's scrubbing up
Yeah.
here, and they scrubbing because she's getting ready to go pull some baby out, or
Yeah.
help assist with this baby to come out. And I used to see the bedpans, all of it, before she run into that.
Wow.
She showed me. I was little child, but I was in the
Wow.
backyard playing with the dog, a little we used to call him mongrel because it was a mixed dog, so the mongrel. And we used to play with this dog, and she tell me, keep it away, keep it, don't touch me and all that, because she had just finished cleaning and all that. She had her own thing, and I was like, wow, they even practicing a certain form of cleanliness. As I got older and realized that there's a certain amount of cleanliness that goes with this, and out of all the spiritual systems that I've known, the most the cleansiest one, and the one that cleanses themselves the most, I know Islam does. They always take
Yeah.
wudu and they go
Yeah.
make before they pray and everything. They do the whole cleansing. We have to do all this when you sometimes when you're doing wudu and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's so important. And young people, and if you have young family members that you see that are very helpful and service oriented, and your life path is a number 9, so that's naturally dealing with humanitarian. You
Right.
have to be of service, and when your life path is part of that 9 or 6 energy, or that 2 energy, that's all about being of service or healing or helping or guiding or doing something. So
That's right.
I commend you for what you've been doing
Thank you. Thank
for
you. Thank you.
19 years.
Yeah.
That's the, hey, look, some people can't last in certain jobs for 19 minutes. Much less 19 years
I'm
doing
still
this.
here.
And still, we're still here.
I'm still here.
You sounded like the Matrix. We're still here. Because that can go everywhere. And I do implore everyone to support our dear sister, our dear Afro-Boricua, my friend. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be working together. We got some workshops we're going to be doing together also. So, this is what she is. This is what we do. And any last words in regards to spiritual guidance, nursing, anything, wherever you want to go with it, because we are now at 8:54, at least 6 minutes before the top of the hour. Any last words, my dear? Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, first off, I want to say thank you.
You're
I'm
welcome.
really,
Oh my God. Thank you,
I'm truly grateful to be here.
Yes.
And if I want to give some, I guess that's really the advice I would like to give to people is always remember to be grateful.
Mm,
I wake up in the morning and I have a list of things that I say I'm grateful for automatically,
mhm.
because it can totally change your way of being. It can turn a negative into a positive.
Right.
We can learn from every situation.
Yeah.
Everything we go through is a learning experience.
Mhm.
And so we've got to be grateful for it all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Always ask
Anybody?
yourself, how can I learn from this?
Right.
And
Anybody
and then
want to
you'll
shout
see.
out? You want to shout out your children? What you want to do? You want to shout out and give them some love, show them
I'll
some
shout
love.
out all my children. I got three.
Oh, that's good,
Manny,
Manny.
Manny the boxer.
Ooh, Manny
Yeah.
Pacquiao.
I've got Emil, he's a music artist, a
Big up.
basketball player,
Yes.
Emilion, and then I've also got my baby girl Jaslyn.
Oh man, wait a minute. I know you got some art. Let me show her little art
Yeah,
that you got
Jaslyn is a
on there.
beautiful artist, very creative since very young.
She does a little art thing, and and I think she really. I've seen some of her stuff one before when we talk on the phone, and she's
Yeah.
boom. That's that picture right there,
Yeah, she
family.
created that for me.
Let me scroll down to it so people can see the actual picture right there. That picture right there. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice picture right there. And
Yeah.
and I told her, I said she should make y'all should make some your own cards, you know what I'm saying? Make your own card
Yeah.
with her different art, because it's important that she shares her gift and use
Absolutely.
her gift because and I hope I hope she's listening because James Brown said years ago, young lady, if you are tuning in, James Brown, the great one who everybody has remixed his music for years and years to come. He says, once you have a gift, talent, and skill, you will never be broke.
Wow. That's
Once you
right.
got a gift, talent, or skill, you should never be broke, or you will
Yes.
never be broke. So
I
once you
shade to that.
yeah, hey, look, I've written, I've sang, I've took all my different gifts and reinvented them, and still I'm not finished yet. Big up to old
That's right.
Sake Jones, one of my martial arts family. Big up to my cousin, my sister-in-law, Nettie is in the building, and also Denise Renee is in the building. Big up to all of them.
Hey.
They all on Facebook right now. And thank you again for coming on and showing. And remember, family, go and subscribe to her YouTube channel right now. That's www.youtube.com/@Mystiq Ivy _333. That's YouTube _@Mystiq Ivy 333. And don't forget, if you want to book a consultation, contact her via the DM, of course, at Mystiq Ivy _333, or at email via the email at Mystiq Ivy 333 @gmail.com. And remember, you can spread love via PayPal /Mystiq Ivy 333 or Cash App, and that's $ Mystiq Ivy 333. And again, my dear, I want to thank you very much for coming on. Let's give you a well-deserved round of applause.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a great experience.
Is that now? Yeah. You've been interviewed before, right? I
have not.
Oh, I broke the cherry. I love it. I love breaking cherries. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, proud of your journey, and you did well. So you'd be very helpful, especially dealing with the spirituality and pushing that divine mystic nurse is going to be very important, and making it balance out, because people need to know that it's not how much you know in the nursing field, it's how much you care from a spiritual aspect also. Because you got to respect their spirituality, especially if they're in Christianity or Islam or whatever, and whatever you can help to enhance them to be better, use these different modalities can be very helpful. That's why I tell people all the time, numerology and all these things are not here to take you away from your religious system. We're here to enhance you, to make you a better person. That's all we're here to do. All right. One day we're going to do a whole thing where she's going to come on and do the tarot drops and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we didn't have time for that today.
I didn't want to do that right now. I wanted just people to know who you are. And it's because it's an introductory to the people.
Hey, my uncle's there. Hi,
hey, Uncle Albert. Uncle Albert, how you doing? He said, Lolo, oh my God, Lolo.
I love you so much.
Lolo.
Shut up.
¿Cómo está, Lolo?
Stop it. Only my family calls me that.
Oh. Enough respect to all of y'all. Respect to the whole family. He said, hi, Uncle. Oh, yeah. I think that's the podcast you sent me of his, right?
Yes, that's right.
Big up to him. He got his own channel going on. Big up to you, sir. Whatever you're doing in your perspective, everybody say, hey, Uncle. Somebody say, hey, Uncle. So somebody shout you up, Mr. AT. All right. My dear, thank you very much for coming on again. We will talk later. If anything, I want to put this music on. And once again, family, make sure we all show this sister some love. The Afro-Boricua herself from Puerto Rico. All right, you be safe. All right, we'll talk.
Thank
all right,
you. Bye.
Peace and love. That's right. That's the one, the only Mystiq Ivy in the building. That's right. Want to thank her for coming on. Make sure you hit her up, Mystiq Ivy _333. Your brother King Simon. Oh yeah. We had a good time, man. I didn't want her to drop no cards yet because I'm just introducing the sister. You know, I bring on new people. And remember, this is called King Simon Presents. Only Quality People is the name of my particular show. King Simon Presents Only Quality People. There it is, right here on YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Remember, if you want to book a session with her, this is her flyer right there. If you want to book a session with her, please book a session today and be guided. DM her at, of course, Mystiq Ivy _333. There are many ways to your best self. Remember that. Like in the Bible, it says there's many mansions. In our Father's mansions, there's many doors and many mansions in our Father's house. So don't forget, these are many mansions that we are all dealing with in this realm. Remember, being a man and woman in this realm is living the experience. Just live your experience, live your truth. Whatever you're going to be, as long as you're not disrespecting or hurting other people. Again, please like, subscribe, share this program. And of course, let me play this. Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. That's right. Gotta cover yourself. Remember, tomorrow at 9 a.m., I will be on with the Force MDs podcast. I will be on the Force MD podcast on Facebook and I believe on YouTube also. Just Google up the Force MDs. If you're on Facebook, go to their Facebook public page and I'll be on there at 9 o'clock with Dr. Shakira Moore. On December the 6th, I will be on with the one, the only Vicky Dillard on IG. They will be interviewing me. So this is what we doing. We turned up, baby. We turned up. I ain't finished yet because he ready. Big up to the girl, the one, the only that invented that whole saying. She ready or he ready or they ready. The one, the only Tiffany Haddish. Her birthday is coming up on December the 3rd, of course. Big up to her. And of course, sometime tomorrow. So y'all got to subscribe to my channels. Sometime tomorrow, I'm going to be breaking down this whole thing, the numerovational breakdown of the Will Smith and Trevor Noah's interview, how we're going into the 7-year cycle. Will Smith is born under the 25, which equals a 7. Chris Rock is born on the February 7th. That's another 7. And the number 20, which is a 2, actually is the supportive number of the number 7. So this was very strategic. And I don't know if Will and Trevor is into numerology or the study of patterns and cycles, but this was numerovationally smart for Will Smith to do something like this. So we're going to talk about that. And don't forget, coming up on December 4th on Jay-Z's birthday, we're going to have this beautiful sister, Denise Renee Mohammed, aromatherapist, author, wellness coach, and credit consultant. Different scents can raise your vibration. That's right. And different scents can lower your vibration. So make sure y'all tune into that. Big up to this brother who got a new book out called I Am for adults and children. Supercharge your imagination with affirmations that will open the eye in your mind to infinite possibility by Joshua Selden. Go to his website. His website is a beautiful website. Make sure you go on over there and support the brother for what he's doing and what he's trying to provide for all these great people out there. That's the website on it, or you can see it clearly, IamPublishing.com. YoungGod_235, or at there's an IG page and IG at I Am Publishing, or TikTok at I Am Publishing by author Joshua Selden. That's right. Enough respect to him. He's one of our sponsors today. Also, another great friend and sponsor, the one, the only Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. That's Lloyd Strayhorn. Remember, you got his 1-800 at 581-4401. That's 581-4401. Lloyd Strayhorn. Get his books, take his classes, get his information. He is the best astronumerologist in the world. And don't forget, if you want to learn how to meditate, make sure you text this beautiful sister right here. 518-768-7669 for sisters, and 770-861-9906 for brothers. They're starting the brothers meditation greatness on December the 3rd. So make sure you text the men's access text at 770 if you want to be on that meditation. It's absolutely free, okay? Big up to my brother Paul Campbell. You know Paul Campbell from Dancehall Queen and Shatas. My brother will be in Florida over there at the Island Space Caribbean Museum. He'll be speaking and introducing some of his artwork. Island Space, Florida, FL.org if you want to see and talk to Paul Campbell, the great actor or thespian himself, will be in the building. And I'm going to go down because this whole thing is going to last all the way to like January, I think. So when I get to Florida, I'm going to go check it out also. So big up to Paul Campbell, good friend of mine for many years. And that's why I'm saluting my brother for what he's doing and all the stuff that he's done. Big up to Paul Campbell. If you are in the Poconos family, this is going to be off the hook. Poconos, big up to Dr. Shakira Moore. That's right, preparation for Exploration Live event happening in the Poconos at 1444 Poconos Boulevard, Mount Poconos in Pennsylvania. It's called Crystal Garden. Make sure you come on out. Doors open, I believe, at 2 p.m. It ends at 6 p.m. So make sure you come on out, get your tickets. Go to her website to find the links to the tickets. That's holisticapalace.com, right there on the bottom of the flyer. If you want to go to Africa, Egypt, Kemet, Ethiopia. If you want to go with Baba Ashra Kwesi, make sure you call him right now at 214-371-0206. That's 214-371-0206 and tell him that King Simon sent you. It's a 15-day trip with the Kwesi family. You want to be there. And don't forget January the 7th. From 11 to 8 p.m., no longer 12, from 11 to 8 p.m. Get your tickets now. Don't miss this high-level class with Billy Carson and Dr. B. Serious. Make sure you go to the Linktree, and that's Linktree/Black Magic 363. That's Linktree. I already got my tickets, so I'll be there. And don't forget, make sure you get all these books on Forbidden Knowledge TV. That's forbiddenknowledge.com. That's forbiddenknowledge.com. Big up to Elizabeth. Big up to Billy. Big up to Justin. Get those books now. And don't forget, get Elizabeth's new book that's about to come out, too. If you are in the New York City area around January the 13th, support JP Justice and Mugga and all the great comedians that's going to be on this. All you have to do is swipe that QR code and get that early bird ticket, or go to his Linktree/JP Justice Laugh. All right. And don't forget, this big class is coming up. This is going to be a pre-recorded course. If you want this course, you have to hit me up on Linktree/King Simon the New Motivator. That's Linktree/King Simon the New Motivator. And don't forget, my brother Professor Smalls is coming to Stone Mountain, Georgia in 2023. Also, it's going to be big when the professor comes in. We're going to more likely be at the same spot over there, 5380. So I got to set up that whole date. And after he does what he has to do with Hoppy, we're going to promote it and make it happen. All right. If you want to write your books, bring your writing dreams to life, contact Susie Script right now at 914-361-9467. That's 914-361-9467. Make sure you hit her up. If you want to take my class on udemy.com, that's udemy.com. Make sure you go there and go to the search engine and look for Numerovation. And I'm the only one teaching Numerovation. Everybody else is teaching numerology, but it is what it is. I love everybody. I love them. I respect them. And if you want the full course meal, all you have to do is text the word course to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022, and you'll get the full course, raw, uncut course. Limited rate, $333. On my birthday is going up to $444, and that's it, and stay right there at that price. And don't forget, get my books on Linktree/King Simon the New Motivator. Matter of fact, you need to have all my books when you take my classes, because I'll be going through all them books, all right? Linktree/King Simon the New Motivator. Remember, yesterday's numerology is not today's new motivation as we continue into the future. That's right. And if you want to book a session with me right now, I got a nice smaller waiting list. All you have to do is text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. You will not be disappointed when you do the booking with me, baby, because I make sure I motivate you with your mother flipping numbers, family. That's what it's all about for me. All right. And of course, you already heard the disclaimer. You already heard that. And right now, we're getting ready to take a prayer. We're getting ready to do the Dr. Blair prayer. We're going to do the Dr. Blair prayer. And it's called, of course, the prayer is called, this is the prayer. Please, Universal Creator. All right. I keep on forgetting to put it on my channel. I keep on forgetting, but it's all right. I'll put it on after I get off. I promise you will have this Dr. Blair prayer up there. And if you want to support Dr. Delbert Blair, one of the greatest metaphysics teachers, make sure you go to his website. That's the metacenter2.com, the metacenter2.com. Go to Dr. Blair's website right now. Get his books, get his diodes. All of that is still being on sale. And when you contact them, tell them that King Simon sent you. Talk to Brother Tony. Tell Brother Tony that King Simon is always sending you there. You know what I'm saying? I'm always sending y'all there. All right? All right, family. All right, let me turn down this music because we're getting ready to do this prayer. All right? Just want to make sure we respect. There we go. Here's the prayer, family. This is the Please Universal Creator prayer by Dr. Blair. All right. Everybody calm down, relax. We had a great show. Everybody calm down, relax. That is it right there. Move it to the side. Okay, here we go. Please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth and your love now. I'm going to say it one more time for the people in the back, those who don't get it, those who don't realize it. I'm going to say it one more time for you people in the back, all right? Boom. Got to put that in front. There you go. Please, Universal Creator, know in our hearts that we love you. Please protect us and this planet on which we live now. Please open our minds, our spirits, and our souls to receive only truth and your love now. I want to thank the late, great Dr. Delbert Blair for all that he's done. Yes, thank you, Dr. Blair, for all that you've done, all that you've shared all over the years. The late, great Dr. Blair, that's the prayer. I'm going to make sure I put it up on the screen for the next broadcast so y'all can actually take a picture of it. And like he said on the bottom of this, he said, join millions of others, recite this prayer at 12 noon and at sunset daily. It may also be recited anytime you feel the need for mental and spiritual strength. Directed prayer via concentrated mental focusing will create a spiritual calmness and balance, which will strengthen your physical immune system. Remember, this is what he's saying. We fight not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and spiritual wickedness in high places. Thank you, Dr. Blair, once again. That's another applause there, boy. Let me rewind this. That's a lot going on in that one. Let me rewind that applause there. There you go. There's my applause. Oh, man. I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh and get some knowledge. I'm so happy that Mystiq Ivy was able to come on. Now it's time for us to say so long, Saranada, peace, hotep, shalom, assalamu alaikum, shalom alaikum, all of that good stuff. All right, family. Thank y'all very much, family. Tune in, keep it locked, subscribe. And remember, family, like Marcus Garvey says, one love, one aim, one destiny, up, you mighty nation. You could accomplish what you will. And like Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad used to say, regardless of land, label, or language, there is but one God. And like the late, great Dr. Maya Angelou used to say, and still we rise. Peace and love. Take care. I'll talk to you next time. Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numeral Beta. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Number are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now. Hey family, this is King Simon. Just want to remind everybody that December 4th event has been canceled. It has been canceled. Please go to my Linktree. That's Linktree/King Simon, the numero Veda, for any upcoming events. Thank you. Hey, this is King Simon, the international numero Veda. Remember, get all my books on Amazon or go to Linktree/King Simon, the numero Veda. And remember, don't forget to book my sessions at 347-496-1022. Book now.